Greetings children. This is a model project for class 11 students, CBSE class 11 students, an ALS project portfolio. What is ALS? ALS is assessment of listening and speaking, and it is for CBSE students. We are going to look in this video a model project, ALS project portfolio. If you want to know what are the steps and how we can make a project, the link for that video is given in the description box. You can see that. Come to the first page of your project portfolio. The first thing you have to write is the name of your school. Right? If it is ABC Public School, write the name of your school there. Then the second line, the title of your project. Here, gender disparity in our homes. It's an interview-based ALS project centered on the play Mother's Day. Instead of story, you can write here play. The one-act play prescribed for your study. The theme is based on one of the lessons. So several themes that you can choose, several project topics that you can choose. A separate video is done for the same. The link is available in the description box. In the first page itself, you have to write your name, class and roll number. And at the end of that page, you can add a quote. It is not a mandatory thing, but if you like a quotation that is related with your project title, you can add. Look at the quotation given here. Learning allows us to make sense of the world around us, the world inside of us, and where we fit within the world. So, importance of education and to come to know about our position, our place in this world. That is something related with the gender disparity in our homes, especially the theme discussed in the play Mother's Day. Let us go to the second page. Second page dedicated to objectives of the project. Sometimes this we have to go to page 3 also. Within one page we can complete the objective of this project. So you can choose 1, 2 or 3 pages for objectives. Look at the objectives of this project. This project is based on the one-act play prescribed for class 11 students Mother's Day. The play is based on the gender inequality existed in a middle class family. That is the central theme of the play, Mother's Day, the gender inequality that existed in almost all families. A mother is being treated by everyone in the family as a servant. That is the central theme discussed in the play, and no due respect is given to her. I conducted a survey. At least 15 families of my friends and neighbors to know about the treatment of mothers in the respective houses. So, taking the theme out of the lesson and put that in practice, what the project doer did is he went to visit 15 families of his friends and neighbors. For what? To know the treatment of mothers in those houses. The findings and study methods are included in this project. And in page 3 also the objectives continues. This project work helped me to interact with different people. So interactive method we have to use because it is an ALS project, assessment of listening and speaking. It is related with the speaking test. So interactive opportunity should be produced by your project. Learn new usages and methods of translating one's regional language into English, especially with the people who are not competent in English language. Come to the next paragraph. Listen to the audio, video converse related with this topic, especially video programs, and understand the speaking skill required to achieve a certain level of language proficiency. So the ultimate aim of doing this project is to improve our language proficiency. For that, what we have to do? We have to listen. We have to listen to audios and video conversations. That will help us to increase our language proficiency. Develop the expertise to speak in fluent way and explain the written material to a third party. And after listening to all these videos and audios, what we will do is we will prepare it in written. And after that, we will explain this to a third party through Viva. So that is the objective of this project. Now let us move on to the next page. Page number 4. Page number 4 is dedicated to certificate of completion. After writing the objective of your project, you have to dedicate one page for certification. Look at the certification. This project work titled Gender Disparity in Our Homes, an interview-based ALS project based on the lesson Mother's Day, has been carried out by the guidance and instructions of. Then you have to write your teacher's name there and his designation and the school. Then mentor and guide get signed from your teacher. That is the certificate of completion page. Now let us move on to the next page. Page number 5. You have to explain the action plan. What are the steps that you have taken to complete this project? That is what action plan meant. Look at that. The entire project has been completed following different steps. So what are the steps that you have taken for the completion of this project? That you have to mention in the action plan. And the consultation with the teachers, experts and peers. Peers means your friends. And with the reference to print and visual media. You have to read some books and you have to watch some visual media items. The project aims at achieving a clear understanding of the theme of the play Mother's Day. I did visits in my neighborhood and friends' homes to study and understand how mothers are treated there. I prepared separate questionnaire for each member of the family. So this is an essential thing for interview-based projects. You have to prepare a questionnaire because we can produce that questionnaire as an evidence of the interview for each family, including the mother. Along with that, I have acquired a good proficiency in general English speaking and methods of interacting with the people and listening to various interviews conducted by our national channels and world media regarding the topic of gender disparity in society. If you search in BBC or DWTVs, you can get a lot of materials regarding gender disparity. You can listen to it and adopt certain ideas from them. For the project, I carried out several studies and readings and interviews related with my topic and come to know about the difficulties and challenges each mother has to face from the domestic circles. Then I analyzed the data collected from different sources. So this is very important thing, data analysis. So the purpose of conducting this project is we have to collect certain data and after that we have to analyze the data to come to a conclusion, to come to a finding. So I analyzed the data collected from different sources and persons and found out the working environment of mothers. So this is the purpose of conducting these readings, these views and interviews. The found out working environment of mothers. Now let us move on to the next page. Page number 6. Material evidences. In page number 6, you have to give the material evidences. What are the proof that you can provide for conducting the project? Questionnaire for mothers, questionnaire for husbands, questionnaire for children, photograph of interviews, and video evidence with the link. This much evidence you can provide. Then page number 7 for mothers questionnaire. This much questionnaires like how many hours have you been doing chores in the house? Do anyone in your family extend a hand in your household task? What is your educational qualification? How do you manage both family and work if you are a working woman? Do you run after your family for carrying out their orders? Do you have any voice in your family? Do you get on well with your husband? What do you expect from your husband and children regarding household works? What responsibilities do you have? If you had the chance, would you change your position in your family? Do other members of your family share the work equally? What is your wish about your family setup? This is one example for the questionnaire of mothers. Now let us move on to the other evidences. Media material. This is a media material related with the gender disparity. Yes, I can. When I was going to school, I took quite a few courses each. Like that one dialogue also you can quote there. Then another BBC. This is the BBC video on gender disparity. One thing that I find really frustrating in our culture is that men and women are often treated differently. So according to this video, in India, this gender disparity exists. That link also you can provide here as evidence. Now, books and journals for conducting this project. Basic interview skills. Author Raymond L. Gordon. That book you can refer here. Now, project report. This is the most important part of a project. Project report. This is where you explain what you did in the entire project. That you have to explain in the project report. Look at that. This project I have carried out to interact with some people to get a first-hand information about how a mother has been treated in her own household. I approached some of my friends' families as well as my neighborhood people. All of them interacted with me wholeheartedly and shared their experiences with me. Through this line, I would like to dedicate my gratitude towards all my interviewees. Second paragraph. Through this project, I have learned the different treatment of a mother in different households with a general understanding that gender disparity is still there. The major finding of this project is that a mother is treated with due respect at the same time she is an ever-conditioned work machine in most of the households. Different questionnaires are used for husband, son and daughter to get desired results. Next paragraph. The first question I put up was, how many hours have you been doing chores in the house? And got different answers from the people I interviewed. The majority of mothers spend an entire day for house making. Only a few working women get the support of their family in this matter. Likewise, I analyzed all the replies to every question to every one of the family. I conversed with them mostly in my target language of English, and in circumstances and one or two cases I used their mother tongue and converted them into English report. So if your interviewee is not competent in English, you can ask the questions in your own vernacular language or regional language or your mother tongue. Then you can translate the question and the answer into your target language. There you are getting one more skill, that is the translation skill. Now, second page of the project report. I further categorized the family on the basis of their educational qualifications. With all the categories of couples of minimal education, undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate and above, the gender disparity is seen. The most accepted and recognized couples who thought homemaking as responsibilities of mothers are found among couples of minimal educated and undergraduates. Half of the working mothers have to do their home tasks as well as their jobs. In some families, both working couples they hire a servant to maintain the family cooking and housemaking works. After analyzing the entire data, I come to the conclusion that gender disparity exists in our households in various degrees. Come to the third page of report. From cooking and cleaning to fetching water and firewood or taking care of children and the elderly, women carry out at least 2.5 times more unpaid household and care work than men. As a result, thousands of mothers miss out on equal opportunities of going to outing or joining full-time paid work or having enough time to rest. These are the findings from this interview-based project. Look at the next paragraph. Set the example by equally dividing all housework and errands in your home. Involve children in care work and household chores from an early age along with the mothers. Come to the fourth page of project report. To sum up the findings of this project, I have to say gender equality begins at home and families are at the front lines of change. So this is a kind of suggestion that we are giving at the end of the report. The gender equality that begins at home and families are the front lines of change. For the next generation, the example set at home by parents, caregivers, and the extended family are shaping the way they think about gender and equality. From breaking down gender stereotypes to sharing the care work and educating children about women's rights and gender equality. Then the conclusion, the concluding page. The interviews with these families of different walks of life was really a good experience for me to acquire knowledge on gender disparity. Till now, I never consider the home chores require this much effort and skill. For me, it is only a daily routine of my mom. It provides me a good opportunity to interact with the people of my neighborhood and come to know about them and their works and aspirations. It helped me to realize myself the values of helping and equally sharing household works with my family. That is the end of a report. Now let us move on to the next pages. Student or group reflection. You can do the project individually or in a group. Individually or in a group. Then you have to take 3 steps for completing this reflection. First step, what happened? For the project, I visited and interviewed some of my neighborhood people and asked about the various works they do for maintaining their families. All of them shared their experiences with me and I recorded in my diary. Then so what? This is the second step. This helped me to understand gender is not about a biological differences between the sexes. Rather, it is the social construct. People define what it means to be. This type of exposure will enrich our listening and speaking ability along with understanding our society. So the ultimate purpose is to enhance our ability to speak and listen. Along with that, we can understand our society and societal manners, the social construct that we have already done for the women folk. and what are the changes we have to bring. Now, third step. And now what? I prepared a detailed report of the interviews and get ready in record for a Viva. I prepared a project for a Viva. That is the end result. Now, photographs of the positive learning experiences of me. You are visiting houses and watching the mothers doing works there. So, one example of visiting or interviewing with your interviewees that you have to give here. Then, list of resources and bibliography. First, basic interview skills, author Raymond L. Gordon, YouTube interview clipping by India Today and BBC. That also you can give, the link also you can give. These are the list of resources or bibliography. And that is the end of ALS project for class 11. For detailed analysis of what to do and how to do, a link is given in the description box. You can watch and do as it is. Thank you for watching till the very end. Don't forget to share this video with your friends.